Well, good day, everybody. Hang on a sec. I think I'm going to hit this, and hopefully we'll still be there. Yes, only two people waiting, but that's cool. So, just a brief explanation. We've got an opportunity to do live interviews using this system, and in fact, we do a lot of that in the past. Where we can interview one or two people anywhere in the world. They pop up and we just pull them onto the screen and we have a good chat. And as you know, we're not there at the moment, but everyone's arriving. It's all getting pretty hot down there at Shelter Bay Marina. Anyway, we got a message to trying to get messages to both Renaud and Kerry. They've currently finished, so we could do a bit of a live interview here. We weren't there on the dock when they turned up, but obviously they're happy to be there. And Renaud got the message, and I thought we were going to get one going. He's got the link to come online, but sadly, his internet connection wasn't strong enough to sustain the video call. I think he was actually still using his phone linked to the Iridium Go exec, and we've suggested he tries to go to the office of the marina and maybe hook up to their Wi-Fi, and we may still be able to get that call up. The objective is to those that finish today and even a little bit tomorrow, maybe we can actually still give a grab and try and have a bit of a chat to them here, how they feel, all the rest of the stuff, and it'd be a lot of fun. So we're still working on that, and we'll see how we go. Kerry's not available at the moment, hasn't picked up that messages and so on, but he just got in. He's probably sleeping if he had no wind vane, as you remember. So I thought, okay, well, rather than not do anything, because the tracker updates on a more regular basis going in towards the finish line, that I would just do a quick update on the tracker and just show you where everyone is anyway, and just keep the ball rolling. And then later on today, if Kerry gets the message and he can find a good link, we'll just pull up an interview. I will keep going tonight until about midnight, and it's now 7 o'clock here, so anytime during the next 5 hours, you might see us pop up live, and we could have Renaud or Kerry or even Dan, Canada Dan, who's crossing the line next. So a bit of action going on down there. Let's just cut through now to the tracker, and I'll show you exactly where it is, and we'll just discuss all the different tactics that are going on. First of all, just to let you know, if we come right back here, I'm on the wrong scale now. I'm on the wrong scale. Here we go. Look who's underway. Question two. He's finally got away. He's very happy, very relaxed, quite excited, and looking forward to the whole deal about getting underway. And it looks as if he's got pretty nice weather to settle in as well. Beautiful, probably 10 to 15 knots on the beam. Sorry, after the beam. Nice sailing conditions. There's no moon out tonight, but he'll be enjoying. He's just daylight there now, of course. He'll be enjoying the ride a lot and give him a chance to settle in. So I'll just push through on Gary's weather while we're there, just to see what he's likely to get in the next day or two. It's going to be a soft one there. So there goes second day. Oh, not much wind at all. It's going to be slow take on that. But anyway, you won't be complaining. It's always good to have a chance to keep it going. So there's the next couple of days going to be very light. So it'll be a slow start for Gary, but that's fine. So anyway, bring that back to real time now, and we'll scoot back this way to look at what's going on and how it's all happening. So generally, I'll just push that up as well so we can get a bigger screen here. There we go. Been quite interesting watching the guys close in, and especially with the current and all the rest of it that's going on. So I'll get rid of these tail enders first. Trekker, currently 12 o'clock position. That's not so good. Should be 1600. So Trekker's still 4 hours behind. He should be up here around by Skookum or something. And Popeye, 4.9 knots, 106-mile day. That's pretty good because it's great sailing. You can see there's not strong winds. So as long as the current's not too bad, and I don't think it is for these guys, they're sitting in a pretty low current area, so the sea state should be good. Trekker did 89 miles, doing 4.6. They're all doing about the same speed. Skookum's on a roll, 5.3, 109-mile day. Peter Punk, 115-mile day, 4.7. Number two, Jasmine, 4.5, 112-mile day. BB 4.7, 119 mile day. Sun Bear is 3.9 knots and 105 mile day. At that point, just dealing with these at the back here, I just want to come to the currents just to see where the deal is there. Yeah, it's what I thought. Okay. So you can see those that are impacted. First of all, get that out of there. Not a lot of current here, but number 2 is just starting to kick in. So pushing the current a bit, and the breeze, which is coming behind them, is going to make it a little bit choppy and sloppy again. Peter Punk just coming into the current. Sun Bear, if he's lucky, he could be watching this. I'm not sure. A little bit further south, and he's going to miss that current stream. BB's going to get hammered. You can see later on, it's at least one and a quarter knots here, maybe even 1.5. That's quite strong. So that slows them up a bit. And meanwhile, we've got Adam coming down there, but we're not talking about them at the moment. We're just doing this back end here. So if I cut back to the wind now, you can see the wind direction of strength. Yeah, it's wind against tide. So Sun Bear and BB are going to start to jump around a bit now, and the others will start to jump as soon as they get closer as well. It looks to me now, we've discussed the current and wind and all that sort of stuff quite a bit coming in on this current. But now that we've done this, and if you're ready to set sail from Antigua, you know what's going on. This is a big problem spot. So maybe zipping down, heading into here somewhere, and then trying to squeak around the corner like Coconut was doing, or get out of it. He's come right through the thick of it. But I think there's a reasonable argument to say you should plan to miss this one if you can. It's not a good one, and it's right on the corner there, and it wouldn't have been so hard. This is talking in hindsight. I'm not criticising anyone. I'm just saying now we all know, and we're all watching it. If I was going to Panama, I would absolutely plan to make a landfall down here and just try and squeak around the edge and keep away from that, or do what Adam did. He's definitely been working the current, and push on down this way, because if you cut it, in this angle, it's a lot better than coming at this angle. So this is an area where Adam is actually picking up a bit, and if I look back a few hours or some time ago, he's pretty much neck and neck with Argo, but Argo's now slipped back because Argo's having to work the current on a more direct impact on him. So anyway, we can look at this. John's doing 100 nautical mile day because he's been pushing that current. Argo, 107 mile day, 4 knots. Adam, 4.5 knots, 104 mile day, straight down. So similar distances and speed, but the wind gradient might be a little bit different. So the others have pushed through the current now. So I'll go back to wind. Yeah, there's not a lot of wind there, that's for sure. So the wind is not making them go fast, and the longer that means the current impact is greater because they sit there going slow for a much longer period of time, and that gives them a higher percentage of pushback on the current. If you can zip through the current fast, it's not having the same percentage impact as what it does when you sail slow in a current. You're just basically sitting there for longer. So that's pretty interesting. Let's just look at their distance to the finish. John's got 100 mile to the finish, exactly. Argo's got 107 miles to the finish. That's interesting. It looks as if John is much further away, but he's, let's just check this timing, 1600, yeah, it's very deceptive. So Little Ren, 104 miles. That's amazing. So all of these guys are basically the same distance out. One's 104, one's 100, Argo's 107, and John is 100. So they're going to arrive on top of each other. So that's kind of fun. I'll get rid of this and pick it up a bit now so we can see what's going on at the finish line. Another group. I just found out today. I got an email from the chap doing the trailers. There's been public holiday there. No one's coming back to work until the 6th. So I'm assuming the office of the marina is open. Well, I know it is because they also sent me a message. And that's all looking interesting. So Captain Coconut, inside running, Immortal Gain, 4.6 knots, 100. Oh, that's 11 miles to go, 11.1 nautical miles to go for Immortal Gain. So he'll be in today. There's only, it's only going to take him a few hours, but he's doing 4.6 knots, so still okay. Got spinnakers up. Little B, 4.4 knots and 96-mile day, but 2.8 miles to go. So he's going to be there, and that timing was 16. So that's what do we got? That's 16, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So that's only 8 minutes old. So you're doing 4 knots. He's going to cross the line in about half an hour. So that'll be number 3. He'll be happy with that. He's got to be. That's not too bad at all. They're all, they've all been working pretty hard, and it's been an interesting 1,200 miles, and they're all very close still. So once again, one of the advantages of having a one design boat, whether everyone's sailing the same boat, the same sails, all that stuff, it just makes maximum fun. So there'll be four boats in tonight, and the others, I reckon, will be sometime tomorrow morning. So those 4 in tonight are going to have a lot of fun. So they'll be happy. It'll be nice in there. Weather's probably perfect. Who knows what? So that's all pretty good. Let's just look at the leaderboard just to see what the winning numbers are. You probably saw I calculated the average speed. It was coming in at 135 miles a day, I think it was, or 133 for the whole trip. That was for RENAUDE, and the others are so close. It's still going to be very impressive average speeds. And so, yeah, it's quite amazing. 8 days and 18 hours, and Kerry came in second. He's only, 5 hours, just under 5 hours. So he's 6 minutes under 5 hours behind RENAUDE. So that's not too bad. If he had a wind vane, I wonder what the result would have been. And we haven't heard whether his autopilot was working all the way. I've got to assume it was, because we haven't heard him screaming about having to stop while he's sleeping. So, but maybe he didn't sleep much. That story's yet to be told. I look forward to talking to him. Little B, ETA, yeah, half an hour. So he's going to be 9 days. Only that'll be 3. So it's only about 4.5 hours behind Origami. That's pretty cool. Well done. And then Immortal Gain is going to be about a couple of hours behind Little B. And then we've got Little Ren coming in a hurry, a little bit behind that. So yeah, you can follow that through. The numbers are quite impressive. It's all the 5th, the 5th, the 5th, the 6th, the 6th, the 6th. Holy dooly. I wonder if we'll actually see any boats arrive. I'm not sure about that. We've got Trekker off the leaderboard, and question 2 is some time behind. So that's cool. All right, so that's pretty much all I've got to say there now. We're just hanging out to speak to these guys when they get in, and we look forward to that. So we'll be on standby to come back anytime. As soon as they call in and they've got a good link, we can just call them up here, and we will have a nice chat together. So so there we go. Let's have a look here. I'll just answer any quick questions. G'day, John. Yeah, very exciting day. I'm always happy to see them in, and I'm pretty sure they've had a fun time. For us, we don't get the inside story on a lot of stuff. There's some good posts going on, but I really think they've had a good time. It wasn't boring for them because they had some great trade wind sailing in the beginning, probably halfway, and then they had the issue of currents and horrible seas, uncomfortable seas, all that jumping around, and that makes for a good sail, and it gives them a lot of confidence now to get into it and get ready for the next big one, which will be completely different again. Every leg, pretty much, as they go through, will be a little bit different. It's all got a different set of challenges and so on. They'll have to make some decisions now on where they're going to go and how they work their way through the gates, going across the Marquesas and into Tahiti and so on. And then across Tonga and Fiji, but that's going to be a big one. Hard to believe Fiji's already on the horizon. So, but there you go. Journey a Shark, hi from Switzerland, hi from Scotland. Good post about Trump and Ukraine. Yeah, look, all I want to say about that is that unbeknown to a lot of people, I've been following that for a long, long time, and I felt physically sick this morning. Anyway, good thing we have the 580 to look forward to. Absolutely, Rod. We all need to go sailing. Captain and the lady. Greetings from Captain and the lady. I didn't check with the 24 boat. I'm going to have to check some of you guys and girls out. It's interesting, the name of the handle, URL or whatever we call it, description. Christine, congratulations, Renaud, Kerry Harris, brilliant achievement in the race. Yep, sure was. Really good. I think they all enjoy the racing aspect now. Some of the people that didn't probably think they were into the racing side when they got involved with the 580 now would be completely rolled over, and it adds another complete dimension to the adventure of sailing around the world. It's all a bit of fun. Christine, en route to Cologne. Okay. G'day, Don. Good job to the arrivals. Thanks. I wish we were there, but anyway, everyone knows that. How close are the boats in weight? The boats, if you took everything out of the boats and just had the boat with nothing in it except for safety gear, I would suggest the boats are probably within probably about 70 kilos, 60 or 70 kilos. Hang on, that's an average person. Yeah, within 60 or 70 kilos. There's a few variables. We have restrictions on the keel bulb when they cast that. The keel bulb's got to be within certain tolerances. I think it's about, each half has got to be within about five kilos or something. And they're all weighed, and then the keel itself is weighed in total, and so on. The structure and the way it's built, there are variables there, because some thickness of plywood is not available. It could be made of 8 and 10, or it can be made all of 9. And then there's different types of plywood. They're all marine ply. They have to be certified marine ply. But some of the construction of the marine ply is different, and that makes it stiffer or a bit more floppy, even though it might be thicker. So depending on, I'm taking shortcuts here and taking liberties on the explanation, but depending on what type of plywood you have will vary the amount of laminate, glass, and epoxy that you use to come up with the equivalent overall strength. So there's a few variables, but it all comes out in the wash, and they're all pretty similar. So I think in that sense, they're close. Then when you get to the issue of the way people have outfitted the boat, some people have got winches, some people have got tracks and sliding Genoa cars, other people have got little bits of string and rotate 360-degree sheeting with a donut or a friction ring, no winches at all. There's slight differences. Some people have got no observation pod, and they've just got a sheet of perspex. They've got minimum required push bit, the quarters. Some have got solid rail, little things like that. Some have got the dagger boards on the transom. Others have just not have them at all. Some have got heavier wind vanes than the other brand, all that sort of stuff. And then some of like when you go inside Jacob's boat and there's the video tour of his boat, it's like going into your home. It's fantastic. He's got a hardcover books library. He's got a library there. He's got all this sort of stuff, and that's his home. So he's living on board, and he's happy to sail like that. So it's probably one of the heavier boats. I think Tracker's now, Ayrton's got a fair bit of gear on board. I'm not sure. He's probably average. And then there's the lightweights like Kerry, who has a 10 millimeter or 1 centimeter thick yoga mat. That's the only cushion he's got on the boat. Everything and anything that's not needed is off the boat, including his shoes. Because India, his daughter, told me, she said, yeah, he's taking everything off the boat, nothing. So, and Renaud's a bit halfway. Renaud's a tricky guy, right? He gives you these impressions as if he just kicked back and la-di-da-di-da. Believe me, he is racing, and he understands performance, and he understands all these issues. But when you look at the boat, it doesn't look as if it's stripped out. It looks quite cruisy. It's got everything you want. So he's obviously sailing hard. Anyway, so that could mean, I think, that the varying in the weight could be as much as probably 200 kilos. One boat could be 200 kilos lighter. It sounds like a lot, but like I'm 90 to 91 kilos. That's me. And so if you put two of me on the boat, that's not that much extra. And I can see some people have Popeye's got an electric scooter on board. So anyway, that's all part of the fun. Quick leg sure was. If the handicap of the 580 was 1, what would the Lalo 35 be? Oh, it's impossible to answer that because you've got Captain Coconut on board. So I'm not even going to go there. Right? Too hard. Sorry, Gary. Can't answer that. It's impossible. And there is a simple phenomena that small boats are often a lot faster than bigger boats because the small boat is not like a full displacement boat, so little boats can often shoot past bigger boats. So and Coconut's having a good time. What did I miss? Oh, sorry, Kenneth, I'm not sure. You'll have to just go back and have a look. But we didn't get to speak to Renaud. He hasn't got fast enough internet yet. So as soon as Renaud or Kerry or Canada Dan pops up, we've given them the message, sent the message to the managers. Look, we're happy to chat. As soon as they chat, they've got a special link which brings them in here. So we're on standby. So hopefully in the next few hours before midnight, we can get to speak to a few and give you the inside story. That's the best we can do. So we'll stand by and see how it goes. For now, thank you, and we'll see you shortly, hopefully. So we'll see you again. Bye-bye. Oh, what happened there?
Witness history in the making. The McIntyre Mini Globe Race 2025. Small boat, huge adventure.